on? What going on? Welcome to another live episode of the Same Difference podcast. I'm John. That is...
This is Nisi. Good afternoon.
We got Crucial Girl Nisi, and we have a very specific topic tonight. We're going to talk about an upcoming event that's going on. We are involved and we are behind it 110%. First, we can let him man introduce himself. Sir, tell the people who you are.
Greetings. This Sosa, DT, Danley Peterson, man of various names. First of all, Ja, I appreciate you welcoming me on your space and giving me the opportunity to, enlighten the public some more on the happenings.
You don't know, you're always welcome here. By now, your family, man. We appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, man. One love. Nisi, what's up, Nisi? Yo, yeah. I can't hear her.
Why you mute me, John? John, why you mute me?
I mute you? What? What the hell? I mute you?
The hand of God.
Anyway, so DT, you here because we're gonna talk about an initiative that I back 110%. This is something that I think our community needs in the light of what recently happened, which it happens way too often anyway. We just lost a young man. We talked about it on the show Sunday. We just lost a young man, gone too soon. Rest in peace, young Etienne. And we got issues with crime, the economy, and just poor leadership altogether. And I think we aren't investing in our boys and our young men, and they're growing up to be stuff that, are not society. They don't improve society at all. So you got the Brotherhood Collective Incorporated. You want to tell us about that initiative?
Yes, sir, most definitely. The Brotherhood Collective is a non-profit organization, and we're dedicated to breaking generational cycles. We're dedicated to building stronger men and strengthening families. While our name says Brotherhood, the mission is way bigger than that. We focus on mentorship, mental well-being, life skills development, community services, and just a full-on family engagement. Our goal is basically to create spaces where people just learn, grow, heal, and connect. So we're working with educators, community leaders, parents, mentors, because one group can't solve the challenges alone. At the end of the day, we ain't trying to save anyone per se. We're trying to rebuild the village, because the village is what does the saving.
How do you plan on rebuilding the village then, if that's the goal?
Well, start by a event like what we're having. This event is to really, bring awareness to the plight that we've seen in our communities. And excuse me, but it's happening in real time. But I just, gained some alerts about a shooting in West, that might. Yeah. So back to the question. So the event, we need to bring the village back. We need to bring the village back by first starting with these tough conversations. All right. For me, I had to have that tough conversation with myself in isolation, going through my journey and reflecting on the things that I have been through. I had to ask myself some questions about my relationships, about my own emotional intelligence, my own communication skills. Ask myself deep questions about the effects of growing up in a single parent home, like how did it really affect me? And all honor to my mother, but there's a point where we really have to look at ourselves and look at the skills that we were given while growing up, and ask ourselves, is it really good enough to be are the tools conducive for to you being a well-rounded individual in the community? You know, one that understands the art of conflict resolution, the art of communication, the art of integrity, just being yourself, who you are, um, when nobody's around and when people are around. So just standing and walking in that.
I hear that. I hear that. We could definitely use it. Now, I don't know how much Nisi knows about the Brotherhood Collective, so I want to let you ask a question if you have one regarding that initiative before we go into the event.
Yeah, so my question definitely was going to be, you said you did your reflection in silo. Is the point of this is so that others don't have to go through that experience alone, and that they have these people that they can tap into? Because I'm sure you had genuine questions that you had to do your own research for to get your answers. But instead of having to struggle on your own, this is the point of you making this Brotherhood Collective, is to create that village mentality where you don't have to do this alone.
Exactly. I was 45 years old figuring it out. And it's like a light bulb went off. It was, divine intervention. I feel it was God sent. And my mission is now my mission, where if we could teach these skills to young boys coming up, I think the community overall would be in a better place. So definitely not wanting others to have to go through the trials and tribulations that I went through to, you know, have to come to these realizations. So
Can you tell us?
definitely.
I'm sorry. Can you tell us some of the skills that you want to teach the young men in our community?
Definitely. One aspect of the program that I am excited about is the life simulations. Whether whether that's going to a restaurant and ordering food the right way, um, knowing which forks are for which serving, um, just having the proper etiquette. That gentleman vibes has been lost, and that also extends to when you're interested in a young lady, the respectful way to approach her interest. You know, oftentimes, not oftentimes, like who teaches them?
True.
So they learn from their peers, they learn from the internet, and it creates a mess of things. So one thing that they also have to realize, these young leaders, is that rejection is okay. It's just redirection. There's a problem that I see with domestic violence in these Virgin Islands, and men need to understand that no is a complete sentence as well. All right. If you're told no, you ask a young lady for her number and she says no, hey, move on gracefully. There's no follow-up question. There's no need to, pressure this young lady into changing her mind. She doesn't even owe you an explanation. you know so just bringing back the respect for boundaries and manners. You know what I mean? Them old school manners. We oftentimes, in growing up, we tend to not want our kids to go through what we went through.
Yeah.
And in doing so, we eliminate some aspects that taught us manners, taught us discipline, taught us work ethic. And what you see right now is the fruits of that non-labor.
True. True. Now, you have your first event ever coming up for the Brotherhood Collective. And I would like for you to kind of tell us what that is. what we should expect, what's going on. Because with VI people have thrown a couple of events, you got to really break it down. Let them know what's going on, especially if this is the first time. So please
Yes,
tell us about the Mothers and Mentors mixer.
Okay, so the Mothers and Mentors mixer is
You get your screen gone black again.
my screen gone again.
Yeah.
Back.
All right. You're back.
Okay. Well, the purpose of the event is, simply we're just trying to get the village back in the room. For too long we've been trying to solve issues facing our youth, in isolation. Mothers carrying enormous burdens, teachers overwhelmed. We have mentors that are needed, and the communities are fragmented. So this event creates a space where parents, mentors, educators, advocates, and community leaders, we could come and sit at the same table and just have honest conversation about what's working and what's not working and how we could move forward together. It's not about blame, it's about solutions. It's about reminding people that raising children is a community responsibility.
Like that. What can we expect at this event?
Yeah, so we have an amazing lineup of panelists that were carefully curated. We have and I think you have the panelists there.
Is that my internet messing up or who on that is now? Because somebody thinks sketchy. I like what you do. Big up yourself, man. Rudy Walker says, big up yourself. Yeah, DT, you're large, bro.
Yes, sir, Rudy.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so we have a set of panelists that was carefully curated. Each person on this panel, I think they offer some unique insight into what we need to move forward as a community when we talk about healing our kids and healing the community. So of course we're gonna have some free hors d'oeuvres, we're gonna have some entertainment. We got Abby gonna be serenading us on the steel pan to open the event. We got Mad Lion gonna be the DJ for the night. What? We have a cash bar. We're gonna have the place decked out, so come dressed up. Get ready to take some photos. Get ready to interact. Get ready to express yourself and your concerns, and also be ready to take in some information that you could take home to your village, take home to your community, and also how you could be a part of the movement that we have happening. Whether you want to be a mentor, or whether you're a mother with a single child, whether you're a community leader that wants to support, this event is for you.
Okay. Now, you said the dress code on there. I know this is island chic. You're gonna have to help me out. Nisi, what's island chic? You know you gotta dress me sometimes. What I mean? What's island
so
chic?
Bad.
What's island chic? G-man? You ain't a G-man?
We're not G-man. This you know the door? That's not island chic.
Wait, yeah. Talk to me. Tell me. So they know what the dress code is. So they know what it is. Please.
I think when it comes to island chic, it definitely is a vibe in terms of what we are culturally when it comes to representing anything from our local plants and trees to our madras material that we definitely, I'm proud to wear year round, as well as our cultural heritage things. It's not a bring your bed slipper and pajama event. This is come looking appropriate, come dressed to receive the information, be of community, be of enjoyment, and enjoy the entertainment. and let's focus on getting these young men up to a standard that we know that our community once had. And so island chic is come dressed like your mother tell you we going by somebody's house, put on your good shoe, inside the church, upon your good shirt, put your shirt in your pants, come let's go.
Correct. No G man.
No G man. All right. We got you. And you got music, you got songs, you got steel pan, you got some horse duvers, you got a cash bar.
It's word.
You got cash bar. What about your panelists?
Yeah, so the panel is lit. I'm very excited about this. Naima Duran, she was just on your show already. So you know what she has to offer in terms of mental health and healing, and we could never understate the aspect of mental health and when it comes to healing in totality, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm very excited to have her on the panel and also discuss some of the behavioral things that we see in our young men that are most times, you know symptoms of a larger problem that's happening, that we don't really encompass mental health here. One second, in the Virgin Islands, we don't really encompass mental health. This is not something that we really incorporate into our routines per se, but I think that needs to change. I think we need to embrace the wonders of therapy, family therapy, and what it could do for understanding and healing.
So there's no mental health facility home currently, right?
When you say mental health facility, we mean a public facility?
Yes.
Like an intake facility?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think so. That I was reading something in the newspaper, not the newspaper, but consortium, where Department of Health was wondering about some sum of millions of dollars that was appropriated but never received, from the Epstein settlement that was supposed to go to, I think, the construction of those buildings, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, sometimes, the government is a function of the community, but in all the time, the community could wait on the government, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, there's some things we got to see what we could do on our own.
All right. Who you got in charge of the event? Who you got hosting?
I got Nadaya MC in this thing. Nadaya Bling, Nadaya Thomas. No, Nadaya, I have known Nadaya. We did Project 321 together. This was maybe back in 2018 or something like that. And 2018, 2019. And, just to see her growth as a person, as a MC, the way that she, really gets information across and keeps the audience connected is a skill and a talent in itself. And she ain't just a MC, Jai. If you want to get on bended knees, she does proposal packages. She does.
My knees bad. I can't hold.
Yeah, she officiates weddings. Missy, you hearing this? Yeah.
Is she need to listen? Anyway, hey, I ain't gonna say nothing. Anyway, before I say too much, this ain't about us.
It's not. But allegedly advertising her services.
Yeah. So she does event planning also, right? Masters, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. She wears many hats and wears them well.
That's what's up. All right. I see you got my girl on
and
there.
she's I don't know if she's single, but she's a mother of a young king as well,
Awesome. So this event it's not supposed to have any young children. This is strictly grown folks thing, right?
Correct.
Okay, you gotta make that clear.
Yes,
That was
sir.
going to be my question. I was going to kind of like, are parents supposed to bring their sons if they're in distress? But it's just like, okay, I got you. Information gathering and networking. Got you.
Correct.
Well, I guess the next question could be 18 and older come true, or is this like 21 and up? What are you looking for as far as age groups?
Well, anybody that has an interest in village and community that is above the age of 18. You know what I mean? Whether you're interested in being a mentor, whether you have a sister that is raising a child alone, anybody that this resonates with, come on through.
Okay.
So are you only seeking male mentors, or the mentorship is open to both male and females?
Good question.
I know this question will come.
That's a good question.
Currently, it is male only for right now, and that's only because we need to assess the structure in what it looks like for females. All right. Nobody's healing is linear. Also, nobody's trauma is linear as well. So, in understanding that, we know that the trauma that young ladies face are not necessarily the same that the young men face, and a different approach I think is required, and it is currently in assessment right now.
Okay.
Sure. And I have another question to follow that question.
Oh boy.
So I knew what the answer was going to be, which is fine, but these are the things we got to be clear about to people so they know.
Yes.
And so for the mothers, because it's mothers and mentors, for the mothers who do come, or the women in the community like myself who will come there to learn about the cause, while we can't mentor, what can we do, and besides being of support, to help make this a reality, to help make sure that this is, when we leave there, the communities, we really want to be supportive of the community and what it entails.
Okay, so definitely we have a group of ladies that's involved, because like I always say, that balance is definitely needed, especially when coming to organizational skills and other things that males might just lack naturally. But we definitely interested in anybody that has the time and the will to become available, because this is the first event, but it's going by far from be the last. All right, so we have a lot of community engagement things that we're going to be rolling out, and just volunteering, networking with us, anything that anybody could have available to push this thing forward, we're open to.
All right. I want to say this though. I'm sure, I don't want to speak for you, but I'm sure, I don't want anybody to take offense because the focus is men. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that the young men in our community are hurting the most. But as far as the women, I have felt for a long time, if you want something done right, ask a woman. If you want something done perfectly, ask a black woman. So we still need y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's a Brotherhood Collective, we still need y'all. And I think that there are a lot of options, or a lot more options for women and young girls in our community than there are for men. And I don't want them to get left at the wayside, personally.
Agree. And the reason I'm asking is I want to be sure, because these things are going to happen on the side conversations, and I am not trying to take away, and we're not trying to take away from the focus of men, because we see, and me specifically too, as a mom of 2 young black men, the plight that's happening in our community. And I've also been impacted on too numerous occasions to count of seeing grief of other mothers who had to deal with the plight of losing their sons at fairly young ages. And one of the things, especially for me, um, growing up in the projects, is seeing more dead bodies than I would ever want to admit to, um, from those type of things, as well as just knowing other people who've had that experience. So I wanted to be clear for the moms who's coming that yes, it's not for us particularly as women, but I wanted to be clear, like, how can we be still supportive of what you're doing with the men, getting mentors for these young boys, and making it, a realistic thing that doesn't die at the wayside. I mean, coming to be no admin push about organization paperwork and thing. Okay,
No, well, you could
but
be a
I
volunteer,
just messing, I just messing with,
we got, I can find
I
some for
messing
you
with
to
you.
do. I
Exactly.
going listen.
Exactly. What what?
I gonna sit down and interview you, and
What
I
what?
will find
You
something for
you
you to
But
do.
I don't want anyone to mishear what you're saying. Like, oh, he just wants to come and be like
of
organ.
course.
No, this is really, we women, we can come and be of support
Correct.
and of use, and don't have to be the ones doing the mentoring, but we can still make this a successful and a long term event that really creates substance in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sustainability is everything when I really sit down and try to create anything, all right? So there's been a lot of thought, a lot of planning has gone into this to make sure that this program, could last generations, could expand to St. Thomas, could do different things. We are not trying to be no one hit wonder here in the Virgin Islands. We trying to be a landmark. We're trying to be not trying to be. We are going to be a part of this community for decades to come.
Awesome, awesome. And
I love
one
that.
of one of your panelists just got in the chat. So you want to big her up too?
Oh boy, Miss Carter, Miss Carter. Hi, Saida.
Firecracker.
So one of my
Saida, Saida. I mean, anybody that has had the pleasure of even having a 5 minute conversation with Miss Saida Carter, you could feel the genuineness, you could feel the kindness, the warmth. She definitely leaves an impact and an impression on you. All right.
Yeah.
So where I feel that she fits in the panel discussion is she understands understands what art is, and
Mm.
that expressive, release of emotion in a positive way. I think she has a lot of insight to offer.
and you got another panelist that you have recently announced also, Miss Andrea Schillingford. Can you tell us about her?
Yeah, so Drea Drea is a beast. Drea is all about family, all about healing, all about impact. She's been in the community for years. I want to get her title correct in education. I I ain't even gonna say because I don't want to misspeak.
All
And
right.
check, but she's some like superintendent or upper management. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
she got a big job.
Yes, sir. So and that wasn't something that was awarded to her because she got a cousin in high place. That was because of the work that she put in. Right? That's a well deserving position for her, and you know she's been in the education field for most of her career. She's been in the school system on the private side and the public side. Um, she has a lot of analytics and data driven points to hit home for this event. You know what I mean? So like everybody is coming with a aspect, including yourself.
Mm.
You know. So for those of you who don't know, Ja is one of my panelists. All
Hey,
right. He's saying. So
hey.
Ja know, Ja, and I got a little surprise for you that I ain't really
Oh,
want
really?
to lose yet. You know what I mean? But
Oh,
your 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 experience in not only the mental health side, but also what you're doing now in the media field, on this podcast, and the evolution in things now versus how it was, during our time growing up.
Yeah.
Um, somebody said to me, you know, I was wondering, I been here panicking about having a conversation with my daughter about the birds and the bees. She's 11 years old, and in that conversation with a close friend of mine, they reminded me that, back in our times, 13 and 14 is the new 11.
True.
So, and I also think media, internet, um, a lot of that has to play into what we see now with the advancement of the children, not always in a positive light.
mm-hmm.
So I think Ja has a lot to offer as well. And I'll be joining the panelists, you know, with my own little perspectives, just so Ja don't feel outnumbered on stage.
Nah,
He
nah.
gonna be right at home.
I gonna be next to Saida. We gonna be good. Maybe
I
some of her
I about to
awesome
say.
gonna rub off.
I know exactly where you're gonna be sitting anyways.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you throwing
Man,
me
I
some
appreciate
flowers.
that, yo. I
Thank you.
appreciate that, yo.
I okay. So the event, because we gotta use this word. The event is free, right?
Correct.
But walk
But
with that.
what
Walk
with some pesh.
exactly. Walk with some money, please.
I can feed you, I can give you some hors d'oeuvres, you can dance up, you can get some nice music, you can have some adult beverages on deck, for those that want to indulge.
Mhm.
Um and we're gonna have some local beverages, we're gonna have some spring water and other things, because I understand that people don't, they're tired of it. So we're gonna try to do it the right way. I asking her to come out island chic. I could at least provide the proper aesthetic
All
and
right.
Correct.
environment
Right.
behind that.
No green wall. That's a little bit, we want no green wall, but yeah, we gonna make it look good. Now,
And
Saida is saying so happy about Miss Duran, Naima Duran. I got the
mhm.
chance to be her teacher. She's
Wow.
amazing, a super mom and boss medical professional. And Miss Akoy is so dreamy, talented, and super capable. Yeah, the panel is stacked. The host is ready. She experienced. What else you want? Are there
Yeah.
vendors?
Yeah. Well, vendors. When you say vendors,
Uh huh.
we're going what we're trying to do is have some Brotherhood Collective merch on deck. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
um, you see, I always wearing my merch, and so I'm trying to get some tumblers and other items. We're going to do a 50-50 raffle, and we're going to also be introducing our Father's Day raffle.
Awesome.
I'm excited about these prizes. We have some bracelets from Sonia's. We got
Oh,
some earrings from
oh,
Krujang Bowl. We got dinner for two at Wakami. We got hotel stay for a weekend. You
what?
know what I mean? So yeah, we got some support in the community already that I am excited about, and it is just confirmation for me, to keep going, to keep pushing, and like I just said, I'm just very excited, and very happy to be on this purposeful driven journey.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome. So I could win the raffle then.
Of course, if you buy a ticket.
I know it's a Father's
Hey,
Day
what?
raffle. I want to make sure I want no trouble. I want her to enjoy our day. I all about it. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, most definitely. So yeah, we on. I think that the people that I've been seeing, in the RSVP section, because some people have been, hitting me up to RSVP. Um, some big names in the community, so I come out and rub
I
some
can resolve my
shoulders.
table. Shall we resolve a table? What we need to
I
do? I
table. I gonna be on the stage.
no,
How do
so
you
you
reserve
look
a?
out for me. So you look out for me.
I didn't know there was an RSVP.
What kind of panelist you be? You know what? I'm gonna
I
have to
know what
message
my
you and
seat
invite or
is.
something.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I asked you for your guest list, and he write us. He just tell
What?
me what.
You
I know,
like?
man. I
You
joking. I
lying?
joking. I
Wow!
You
joking.
lying?
I'm
You lying?
joking. I am
Log me
joking.
off.
Yo,
Call me.
I
wow, that's crazy. The man would do that to
Let
me.
me log
That's
off.
wild.
I am
So much for
joking.
the brotherhood, listen. Listen about you under the bus ass.
Just like that, a woman come between we.
You check it? Literally and figuratively. You see it? Damn. Hey, what else we need to know? What other questions you got, Nishi? What else we need to know, man?
No, I just want to say I'm looking forward to being there, to receiving the information, to be of good listening ear and of good support. I'm looking forward to seeing the success of the program, as well as the outcome of the young men that this will benefit from. I think it's so overdue and so much need, so needed. And I hope everyone who comes there come with an open mind, open heart, and ready to do the hard work that's needed to kind of restore some balance in our community. We can't save everyone. We can't, take crime away 100%, but we definitely can make a good effort to put ourselves in a positive light and to raise proper young men.
Awesome,
Right.
awesome.
Let's let's
DT.
let's 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 make doing the right thing cool again. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yes.
I like that.
Let's
I like that.
yeah. Let's make it make the young men that getting straight A's and doing the right thing attractive to young ladies
They
again
used to
as well.
they
They
used to be
always been
awards.
attractive to me. I don't know what these other people doing, but
I mean, I don't know. Like it just and this is a discussion we could have, but
Yes.
half 80% of them man that is bad man don't want to be bad man. I tell
True.
you,
no.
they don't
Hey,
want to be there.
I hope we're gonna talk about how like the bad man them and the female, the way that they act
Yeah,
and shit
yeah,
are so
yeah, yeah,
similar and
yeah. We
like
got we
I hope we're
got
gonna
we gonna
talk about
hold that
that.
one. We gonna hold that
But
one.
yeah. Listen, as a man that had straight A's, we ain't gonna lie today. But I gonna see how we gonna finish this conversation while they're on the stage. Okay. But hey, here's a big question. Where and how do you RSVP?
Yeah, hit us up. You can hit us up inbox the Brotherhood Collective on Facebook. You could even shoot me a text at 340-203-3834, or you could email support at thebrotherhoodcollective.org.
Let me make sure I got that right. So the text is 340-203-3834. Is that right?
Correct. Correct.
All right. You could text that number and then you can email
Support at thebrotherhoodcollective.org.
the brother. All right. So you got the .org and everything popping, man.
Stop
Mm,
playing. I tell you,
real
we intentional.
organization.
We
Okay.
intentional.
That's what's up. What else we need to know, DT, before we wrap?
Date again,
Um,
time again, location
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
free again, because
yeah.
June 18th, Thursday, starting at, if I tell her you come 5:30, I don't come 6. So we starting 5:30. All right. We starting 5:30. We're gonna have a welcome by Mr. Abbey of IB Design. I also got a special poem, not from me, but from my sister in poetry, Miss Irene Ali, who gonna be gracing the stage with her presence as well. And we might have another surprise for you entertainment wise. You know what I mean? Another live artist that's been making some waves in the Virgin Islands. Hit me up, so we're trying to see how we can make that happen as well. Um, Listen, the hors d'oeuvres we're going to have. You're gonna have some for the carnivores, the pescatarians, and the vegans. If you know you're a carnivore, just enjoy the carnivore life, and I mean, the vegans need their thing too. All right. So that we have a little manners and compassion for those that don't consume the things that you might, and let everybody get to indulge in the greatness, because these people that's curating these hors d'oeuvres, yeah, gonna give them a huge shout out when the time is right as well.
All right, man. Y'all see where to go ahead and email if you need it. Support at the brotherhoodcollective.org. You can text this number that I got on your screen. It's going to be in the chat. Go ahead and RSVP. I did not even know we needed to RSVP, so I'm learning.
I mean, you don't have to, but those that RSVP will get a little kind of VIP treatment.
That's why. So RSVP.
Please RSVP me. Let me get a number myself, because I can't. That ain't looking out for me, and I don't like that for us.
She heard I just learned it. She heard I just find out.
You could say what you want live, but
That's crazy. With friends like these, my God.
I don't know.
Real.
Staying
at the brotherhoodcollective.org. Go ahead and email RSVP. All right. Appreciate you, DT, for coming through. This sounds like it's gonna be dope, man. You got a lot going on. It's gonna be busy. You get a whole.
I think it's a perfectly balanced evening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. From 6 to 9, you get jam packed. So, but come on, man, come on time and walk with that. Walk with money. It's free, but walk with it still.
Yeah. I might might have some red growth and other desserts. You might have to pay for those on the side. You know what I mean? But walk with a little pesh, no man.
Hey, this might be my first time trying red growth. We're gonna have to put out.
What Jerica talking about horse dovers?
Horse dovers.
That's what God is saying. Please don't let the water. Please don't let just say it again, please.
Horse dovers come true. Pescatarians, carnivores, and vegans allowed. All right, man. Final words for the people before we go.
Hey man, let we just live in love and understanding, and know that everybody is different. Don't expect you out of other people, and the difference in all of us is a beautiful thing that makes the world go round.
Ooh, I like that. Easy. Final words.
I just want to say thanks for being on the show. We appreciate you coming through and organizing this great event. But I also want to specifically thank you for following your calling. Sometimes we do have callings that's over us, and not everyone has the opportunity to tap into it or even bring it to fruition. And I'm very happy to see that you're able to have this experience, and may that fruit flourish and feed others for generations to come.
I appreciate that so much, man.
Wow.
That was really heartfelt, and just to know that you were able to articulate what you just did after receiving my energy and my genuine vibes. It just let me know that I on the right track. You know what I mean? Thank you for that.
I don't have any such profound words. I have come true. Check us. You're going to see me on stage live. I really do exist. I'm a real person. I'm not just a Facebook spirit. I come true. RSVP, support at the Brotherhood Collective.
Let me send my text right now, because
that's it for us, man. We out. See you next time. Same difference. We love you. We out. Peace.